envisionselfhealing.com, and we're dedicated in helping you improve your eyesight and quality of life by taking healing into your own hands. And in this video I'm going to be looking at the art of not seeing, and this is the second in a three-part series, so if you've not seen the first one then head back to the first one there and check that one out. But basically the first one was about how we overuse our central vision and underuse our periphery. Now, The Art of Seeing was a book by Aldous Huxley, a great vision improvement book that he wrote a while ago, and you can find that in the resources section on our website at envisionselfhealing.com, so head over there. And unfortunately that book is a little bit expensive now, but if you do find a cheaper copy then certainly do buy it, it's a great book. But he was showing you how you want to work positive visual habits into your daily life. And I wanted to highlight how we're not using our vision as much as we should be, and as a consequence it's making our vision not as good as it could be, and it's creating poor visual habits and strain on our eyes. So this week I'm going to be looking at the pupils, or indeed more specifically the iris, and how by not using that we are indeed affecting our night vision and other parts of our eyesight. That means we're not seeing as clearly as we should do. Now, the iris is made up of two muscles, something that very few of us know and indeed regularly think about, and sure, why not? It's such an automatic part of our daily life, why would we even think about it? But you've got two muscles basically, and one constricts and the other one dilates. So this muscle is constricting, but when it relaxes it goes out. When this muscle contracts, then it makes the hole bigger. Now the hole itself is what is called the pupil. So technically the pupil doesn't really exist. You could think of it as the window to the soul, as many poets like to call it. But it allows the light to travel straight through the eye. Notice that it's a very clear front, the cornea is clear, and there's a hole there so the light can travel right back to the central vision, the central part of the eye that is responsible for seeing fine detail. Now in my previous video I talked about how the peripheral cells, the rod cells, is what's responsible for picking up and making our vision good in low level lighting, and how it works on around 1 photon of light. So what the pupil or what the iris is doing and what the muscles is doing is it's regulating. It's just like the aperture on a camera. So when we want more light in our eye, then we have the iris dilates, and it allows the pupil to be nice and big so that lots of light can come through into the eye. So obviously we want that to happen in dark environments because we need to get as much light as possible to trigger those cells. So imagine then if it was very bright, then obviously that's blinding to the eyes. Not literally blinding, I'm sure it would be if you spent a lot of time staring at a very bright light, which is why we don't look at the sun, unless of course you're doing sunning, but then your eyes are closed. Make sure that you do that. So the pupil is big, allowing in lots of light. When it shrinks, then it reduces the amount of light that's coming through to the eye. Now, one thing that's so good about that is it's focusing the image and the light right on the fovea at the back of the eye. Now, those of you that have ever worn pinhole glasses, you can also find them in the resources section on our website at envisionselfhealing.com. And most of you will notice that that actually improves your vision. And it's for the same reason. It's because the light is being focused right on the fovea, which has the higher levels of cones and allows you to see more clearly. So those of us that have better constrictor muscles in our pupil, then it allows to shrink more, and it means that we can see better in bright levels of light, and it means that we can see more clearly and focus a lot better on an image. So obviously if you've got weak constrictor muscles in your eye or in your iris, then it means that you're not going to see as clearly as you otherwise could do. So a very basic thing there, and don't forget these are muscles. So just like any muscle in the body, if you don't use it, then eventually it becomes weak and it becomes tight and dormant in some sense. Now think about the other muscle as well. Many of us as we get older complain about how we can't see as well in the dark. Now people would just say that's down to age, but what we're saying is that's due to a misuse of these muscles. Because if you think about it, if you're not fully dilating the pupil, then those muscles aren't working in order to dilate. So it means you're not getting as much light into the eyes, so those rod cells can't work as well, and it means you're not getting enough light in the eye, so you can't see as well in dark environments. So two extremes here, but you know, it's the same part of the anatomy, it's the iris still, and it's a very basic function that the eye is doing, but we're not using it as much as we should do, and we're not exercising it, so it means those muscles become weak, and eventually our constriction and dilation becomes very few, and those muscles become stiff, so we don't have those functions as good as we should have. So how then can we help this? Well, if you think about it, very few of us spend time in the dark, so spending more time in low levels of light instead of switching the lights on as soon as you get home. If it's safe to do so, just take some time, be in the dark. You could also do the palming eye exercise. You can see a video here on the palming, or you could head over to the eye exercise section at envisionselfhealing.com and look at palming on there, and that's going to help dilate the pupil, which is going to help contract those muscles. We also have the fact that very few of us go outside as much as we used to do. Many of us spend time indoors with very poor lighting, and even if we do go outside, what do we reach for? Our sunglasses, because the light's bright. So that means that those muscles just aren't being used, your sunglasses are on, so it means the pupil doesn't have to constrict as much, so it means it's not getting worked as much as it should do. And yes, we do disagree with sunglasses. We feel that people should be able to function without them. We've survived a couple of billion years without them, so why all of a sudden we need them, I don't know. We do recommend that you should obviously use them, things like skiing, where if it's a bright sunny day and it's very bright, or say you're sailing on a white boat and again there's a lot of light, or if you're driving and obviously the sunlight is directly in your eyes and it's dangerous. But in general, most of us aren't in this environment. It's just going out, just popping out to the shops or something. Then we put our sunglasses on, and it means that our pupils aren't constricting as much as they should do. So I hope you enjoyed the information from this video, The Art of Not Seeing Part 2. Part 3 is going to follow next week. And if you want to find more tips and more information on how you can improve your eyesight, you can head over to our website, envisionselfhealing.com, and we've got lots of exercises over there to help you do so. And we've also got some great tips and an easily explained book called A Modern Day Guide for Improving Eyesight. And that's free for you to download through our website, so just head over there and check that out. You can also look me up on Twitter at WilliamFullerEN. And there I give out some more tips and updates on how I'm getting on with my own Envision, and indeed how you can improve your eyesight a little bit more. You can also look me up on Facebook, William Fuller Envision, or check out our Facebook fan page, which has a lot of information over there on how both Richard and I are improving our eyesight, and indeed some pictures, etc., on how we're getting on and how we're helping other clients as well. We also encourage people to communicate with us through our Facebook fan page, and you'll also see other people there that have made comments. So we enjoy it when people like our Facebook fan page over there and join in on the vision improvement journey that we're all going through. You can also subscribe to our YouTube channel and get lots of these videos straight away sent to you as soon as we post them on a weekly basis. And good luck with your eye exercises this week, and happy healing.